Oh, yeah. There we go. Symbols, you know, play, record, stop, start, go back a bar, go forward a bar, go all the way back to the top. You can edit a kit, you can edit an instrument, you can edit a song, you can edit a pattern. So you're gonna make a song, or you're gonna make, you know, 8-bar loops or 10-bar loops or whatever you want that are going to be patterns. You're going to string those patterns together into a song. Those patterns are going to be made of kits, which are combinations of instruments or a combination of sounds rather, or instruments which are more tonal based. You've got a 3.5-inch color LCD. So it's bright, it's vivid, you can use it in a dark club, and at the bottom of every screen you've got these functions. There's no shifts, there's no control holds, there's no deep menus, nothing.
Right, yeah, as we look at all these buttons, that everything has only one function.
It just stays clean.
They're fairly self-explanatory, with the exception of as we get up to freak and verb and bang.
Freak ain't explanatory.
Yeah, well, I mean, freak is self-explanatory. Maybe not the difference between bang and blang.
Yeah, man, you know, you either freak it or you make it bang or make it blang, you know. But essentially what you're looking at is the effects section.
Okay.
So a freak effect would be a more far out effect, you know what I'm saying? Chop and screwed, reverse, lo-fi, hi-fi, that kind of thing. Delay and verb, of course, would be, you know, your garden variety delay, or spatial delay, or reverb.
Right.
Also, when you get to bang, then you're talking about compression and limiting.
Okay, yeah.
But we call it blang because when you hit it, it goes blang.
Tron styling on it, and
it's just about ready for production. I mean, it is technically a prototype, but it's about as close to production as a prototype can get. And the reason why we're here is because we took so much time to listen to the input that we've collected from all our users, and all the people who were interested in it. Like for instance, you were talking about the weight. You know, you feel the weight. It's so heavy because it's made out of zinc, anodized zinc. What other drum machines made out of anodized zinc?
Oh, that's great.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a really sturdy, heavy machine. We can paint it. We can do different finishes. You know, this is a real good thing for our custom shop. Another thing we wanted to change was the screen. Noticed that the earlier pictures of it didn't have a 3.5-inch color screen, so we changed that. We didn't want to raise the price of it. We wanted to keep the value of it, so we kind of streamlined and rethought our manufacturing process, went in, did a little different things with our industrial design, and really came up with a better machine than we had originally. We changed the processor. We've got faster RAM. It's a better machine. This is a better machine than the machine that you were looking at, or that, you know, was up on YouTube from a year ago from last NAMM.
Yeah. Even
from just the NAMM, from summer NAMM, it's a way better machine. The market has changed and technology has changed, and along with it, we've been trying to use the best and use the latest and still keep it cost effective, as cost effective as possible, and really pay attention to what people wanted. And I think we've done it. And you know, it's just this is not just our concept. This is us listening to feedback from people who are going to be using it, and we paid attention to them.
And all of this is running on battery power?
Yes. Yes.
That's a lot of lights. And
look at that.
Rechargeable.
So what kind of battery is in there?
Lithium ion.
Okay.
And it is rechargeable, so you just basically plug up the AC right here.
We've got 2 SD slots, right?
Yes, sir.
And 2 USB, so that means you can daisy chain, or you can...
That means that you can go in or out. It means that you can connect this to a PC and use it as a peripheral or a Mac. And it also means that you can hang peripherals off of this device.
Okay.
Now you got more sounds. Boom, just like that on a flash key.
And we've also got MIDI over USB.
Okay.
So, you know, for the diehard old school cats that want to use the DIN connection, and they've also got the input and the output on the DIN connection, MIDI through DIN. Foot switch, 2 headphone jacks. separate volume control, 2 different buses that are separate from the main bus. If you're DJing, you know what I'm saying, and you want to cue the music separately, or if you got this plugged into an amp in the studio, then you can adjust your headphones. You don't have to screw with the main output. We took a lot of time to get the gain structure right so that you could really take it into a serious environment and get great audio out of it. So everything's balanced. All the outputs are balanced. There's a Neutrik connection. Phantom power runs through the XLR on the Neutrik connection, and there's a stereo balanced 1/4 inch input there
so you can
as well.
sample right into that.
Yes. You know, this thing comes stock, packed, piled with sounds. The banks are more associated with the kits.
Okay.
So any given kit, you can bank up through the full 8-octave range.
The cool thing is, not only can you mute and solo the tracks, but you can mute and solo the pads. You know what I mean? So you don't have to put all your drums on one track.
Say is that you've seen a little bleed through of the light through these elastomers. This is going to change. These elastomers are going to go away, and we're going to have totally new elastomers. I mean, we are so for the lay people, the elastomer is the actual rubber that comprises the pads and all of these buttons as well. So you know, we're going to go with a better paint, a different material here, and we're going to go with a different feel for the pads.
Yeah, we're extremely
It's going to be luxurious.
Everything can be perfect, and if the pads ain't right and it don't feel good playing it, then it's all for nothing. So
It is.
rest assured that we are on the hunt for the perfect play pad for the machine, and it's gonna be perfection, because we won't settle for anything less. We're picky about that. That's like one of the most important things. So we've been through 3 different vendors, and like, you know, probably 8 revisions by the time we get the final one that's like, okay, this is it. You know, we're close now. It's close, but you know, we've redesigned it to make it even better. So
And
that's banging.
That point right there is, you know, we read the blogs, and you know, we're all over the internet, and there's constantly people talking about vaporware. It's never coming out. It's never gonna come around. You know. And I mean, simply put, the reason why it hasn't come out yet is that we want it to be so right when it comes out. You know, we want it to genuinely and accurately reflect the feedback that we got when we put it out and asked people, what do you think? I mean, a lot of companies pretend to respond to the consumer, but what we're actually doing is we're changing when consumers are suggesting things, and they say, hey, it should be more this, it should be less this. We try to change, you know, within reason. We can't take every idea, but we have, since we showed the initial prototypes about a year ago, we've changed so much in our industrial design. We've changed so much in our manufacturing process. We've resourced parts to keep the price down. So much goes into this thing. We're talking about probably 700 or 800 parts, you know, that we have to get from different vendors. You know, so we've scoured the globe literally to get the best parts for the best price, high quality, and you know, keep costs down and give the people what they want.
Yeah, and I got a note for all y'all talking all this vaporware business. Yeah, that's right, vaporware. This is the vapor. What's gonna happen is when this comes out, all the rest of the products is gonna turn to vapor. Okay, so that's the when you talk about vaporware, that's what we mean. So yeah, it's vaporware, because it's what's gonna do is when it comes out, it's gonna turn the rest of the products to vapor. Heard it here first, baby. All right, Beat Thang. That's all about.